All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Congratulations on being first. I don't know why that doesn't show up in the chat, but well, you have to type it again in GNF. Everybody doesn't know. So this game is in Ulsan. It is not in Changwon. The stadium that you see actually on your screen is the stadium. I went there in 2018. It is tiny. It is hot. It is it's not very good. So Mok Ji-hoon on the mound for NC. 5 games this year. He's a rookie. 5 games, 5.66 ERA. He's pitched much better in his last 2 games. He does have a lot of struggles with walks. Both of these pitchers end up giving up some runs early. Yeah, you have to root for them just so that you don't so that Lotte can take the lead. All right, Kim Tae-yeon will lead things off for Hanwha. And the pitch just catches the bottom of the zone. Oh, man. We're going to have to work on your spelling too, Nick. All righty, here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that is fouled away. 0-2. I don't think you have a lot to worry about in GNF. I think Hanwha should easily win this. And the 0-2 is swing and a miss. And it's 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. And that is not the start that they wanted. I hope you didn't. Horizontal's weird. What are you talking about? You're in the vertical. Is it not letting you talk anymore? As Florial steps in, he fakes the bunt, and it's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Who's pitching for that's throwing 157? And that gets him, and it's 0-2. For a man that struggles with ah Yoon Sung Bin. That's finally he throws a ball, and it's 1-2 now. I'm sitting here trying to figure out who's throwing 157. Did he pitch in the Futures League at all? 2.11 ERA in the Futures League. All righty, here comes the 1-2. Just misses inside, and it's 2-2. Florial not having the best of seasons. I have to still think that they're looking for an alternative to Florial. You have to think with their offensive struggle that they're gonna try to find somebody else. Is that's just misses, and just like that goes from a 0-2 count to a 3-2 count. He is not missing by much though, guys. I'm talking he is missing by maybe an inch at the most, as here comes the 3-2 pitch, sets up right down the middle, and he fouls that up. No, it's gonna carry into left at the warning track, and that is 2 away. I thought both of these pitchers would give up some runs early. Yeah, I read that too. But NC is playing hardball, I guess, saying, "Hey, well, maybe we'll come back. They said they need to fulfill their obligations with Ulsan first, as that bounces and hits him. And that will be a runner on. Bounces in the dirt and then bounces up and hits him right under the knee. Oh, Moon Hyun Bin will. What is Moon Hyun Bin eyeing him for? The ball bounced, man. You should be able to get out of the way. All right, so No Shiwan steps in now. 264 on the season, 10 home runs. Go back to where I need to be here. Alrighty, the first pitch sets up right down the middle, and it goes right down the middle for strike one, 0-1. You got more Lotte fans in the chat room for the Hanwha NC game than we got Hanwha or NC fans. As here comes the 0-1 as grounded foul. Nice play there by, I don't know who that was, but 0-2. Never seen that guy before in my life. There is not a lot of room in this stadium. So foul balls are going to get out quickly. As sets up right at the belly button and swing and a miss on a high fastball. That gets him a strikeout number 2. And out number 3 will go to the bottom of the first. Hanwha leaves their first runner run. I really thought, I mean, he is, I thought they replaced it with grass. I was told that they replaced it and they now have actual grass at the stadium. They replaced it in April, is what I heard. I mean, I haven't been to that stadium for 6 years, so all I know is whoever's not listening or watching this actual broadcast in Korean is very, very lucky, as the most boring announcer in the KBO is on the mic. I might or might not fall asleep listening to him talk. Somebody should help him out to get the peanut butter out of the top of his mouth so that he can enunciate. All right, Moon Dong-ju out on the mound, 8 games on the season. He has struggled a bit as of late. Only 5 innings, gave up 3 runs in his last outing. He did pitch 1 game against NC. That was the rain game. The Hanwha legend. I said you were first, but because I didn't have my streaming program open, it doesn't show up in all of the feeds. So, yeah, there we are. That's a first inning. Once again, he had lots of troubles last year with the first inning, and lots of troubles here again. I think he's gotten himself a little bit of a big head. I really feel like that's what I've gotten from him. Like he's more interested in the YouTube stuff than actual. All right, the 1-0 is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Do you have your Dreads Rock TV hat though? That is the real question. So NC has a few of the guys that have the strangest stance in the league between Guanidong and Sona Sup. Those two are look like they've never been into a batter's box before, but both of them are very good hitters. In my shop on YouTube, as he check swings and fouls that away, and it's 1-2. I think there's 3, 4, 5 different ones you can get depending on what your preference is, whether you're a trucker hat guy, where you're a flat bill, where you're a fitted hat guy. Yeah, it's the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss there, and a strikeout number one for Moondong Ju. Moondong Ju has the stuff to rack up the strikeouts as long as he can keep it in the zone or keep it near the zone, I should say. Kim Ju-won now steps in. The only switch hitting Korean in the league that I know of is that curveball breaks in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, sounds good. There's two different, I think there's two shops. Is Noshiwan over and it just gets out of play. So there's two different shops. One of them is made in Korea, and the other one is made in the U.S. So the products aren't quite the same. I have to think that Hanwha wins this game. I just uh Mok Ji-hoon is not pitched. He's pitched better in his last few games, but he just can't go deep into games because it's in Ulsan. It's so far. As the 0-2 pitch is lifted into the air, that's going back. Florial in front of the warning track, and that will be two away. Yeah, it's in Ulsan, so it's not hard to get to. The stadium is kind of hard to get to once you get to Ulsan, but I mean they have a high speed rail to Ulsan, so all right. So Pak Minu steps in, hitting a 300 as that is inside. Yeah, they're NC is literally just robbing Lotte of all of their second homes as the 1-0 misses inside and it's 2-0. Those of you who don't know, NC used to be Changwon Masan used to be Lotte's second home until they joined their cities together. As that's grounded, but it's foul, and it's 2-1. So they used to be Masan. It was Lotte's second league or second team or second home, I should say, kind of like Pohang and Cheongju. And that's a ripped foul also, and it's 2-2. So NC when they joined the cities together, Changwon, Masan, and there's one other one I can't remember. When they joined them together, it went over 1 million, so they could have a baseball team. And then so Lotte had to move their second home to Ulsan, and now, well, now NC is playing in Ulsan as they don't have a stadium. Well, I guess they have a stadium now, but all right, the 2-2 pitch, curveball misses up high, and we've got another full count. And here comes the 3-2, missed way up, and that will put a runner on. Both teams leave put the number three hitter on via a free pass, and we've got Pakanu step it in with a runner on first. Sleep into 11. My day's half done. Really? You better watch out, Mary Kate. There's a ton of Lotte fans in the chat today. All right, Pakanu with 328 on the season, and that is in there for strike at the bottom of the zone. Pakanu, I believe Guangdong, neither one played in the first game or the first series of the year against Hanwha. So it kind of skewed towards Hanwha at that point, is that one misses way up high, 1-0 or 1-1. So they really didn't yeah, they didn't play against Hanwha. So Hanwha obviously won some of those, or that but NC was definitely not at full strength at the time. They still don't have Davison. I'm not entirely sure. I tried to see why. I know last week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday he just pinch hit, but then he was taken off of the roster. So I'm not entirely sure. Wildy sounds like you've got a thrower, not a pitcher. Is, I don't know what's going on here. What is that monstrosity that he is wearing? The home plate umpire called time for something. So he tried to say that Pakanu was calling time, and now they've taken it away again. You only get to two or one timeout per at bat. I think is swing and a miss there on a pitch way in the other batter's box, and that's out number three. Will go to the second inning. Zeros, zeros, zeros. Oh, both pitchers with a, a strikeout, a fly out to the warning track, a free pass, and then a strikeout. But Mundong Ju's inning took a quite a few more pitches as he ended up throwing a whole 16 pitches. Oh, both teams will have the five, six, seven hitters coming up. I've already almost batted around in Busan. The KT's up 1-0 against Kia. Oh, lots of chances for movement here in the first the weekday series. Between fourth and ninth, it's only a 3 game difference, so easily can move up or down a couple spots with a winning series or a losing series. Yeah, you got to take a taxi. See, if you look at that, there's absolutely no shade over there whatsoever. Is again the stadium that is pictured is Ulsan. Google Maps in Korea is about as useless as trying to navigate with a compass. As that is outside ball one. Oh, Cheon's and the 1-0 is a swing and a miss at a pitch down in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Chansung 271. He has been DHing for the last. This is the second straight series that he's DHing, as Kim Tae-yeon over at first. And the 1-1 pitch just misses up high, 2-1. He is missing, but he is not missing by much today. He On the season, a ton of walks. 16 walks in 20 innings. As the 2-1 is that is lifted. That's going to be trouble, and that is going to be a souvenir. 1-0 Hanwha. First hit of the day is a souvenir, and Hanwha takes the early 1-0 lead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, that brings up Eugene Young, and a swing and a miss there as he was trying to go back to back. The stadium is not big. That was 115, and it was at the back of the stands. As that one misses low when it's 1-1. Egyosa. That's your answer, Kiwi, right there. The 1-1 is missed inside, and it's 2-1. Egyosa is your clutch hitter, your problem solver. And the 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws across, and 1 away. It definitely is turf. I don't know. I heard that they were replacing it, but that is the nicest grass ever, if that is grass. It'll be over. It'll be okay in GNF. All right, here comes the shortstop, and first pitch fouls that away, and it's 0-1. Oh, God. And a swing and a miss there. 1-2. Thank you, whoever's doing that. Mucho appreciato. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And fouls that away as he just gets a piece of it. Did not have all my buttons set up properly, and I'm trying to do it now. And here comes the ground ball. First baseman snags it, and that will be 2 away. Kimmy Jeep with a nice snag over there, and that's 2 away. That brings up the backstop galore, Jay. The brick wall himself, ladies and gentlemen. The brick wall himself. Did I just forget all of the aways? I think I did. And that's low, ball 1. Sorry again, I'm trying to make sure my buttons are correct because they're not. There we go. All right, the 1-0 pitch to JJ Hoon and sets up right down thy middle. And that catches the outside corner, 1-1. Thank you, sir. Hopefully the game pushes and then you don't lose and nobody loses. That is in there for strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2. All righty, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Pitch number 30, 17 of this inning. And that is going to be a single. No, the left fielder comes running in and makes the catch on a line. I thought that was going to be able to get down, but it does not. So we'll go to the bottom of the second. It is 1-0 Hanwha on the Chan Sung solo shot. Why does that say two? Definitely does not say. Why does that say two? All right, we'll try that. There we go. No, Chan Sung with a solo shots puts them up 1-0. Something they're not used to. 안녕하세요. 성백유. Oh, elsewhere around the league, KT's up 2-0, threatening with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And then LG's up 3-0 against Lotte, but they're back up at the top of the second. SSG is up 2-0 against Doosan, and they've got runners on first and seconds with 2 outs. And then a couple of goose eggs in the dome between Samsung and Kium. Seems to really be struggling with command as he's already walked 4 in 1+ innings. 33 pitches, 17 of them for strikes for Lotte's rookie. Actually, I don't think he has rookie status anymore. Alrighty, here we go. Bottom of the second. Sonasup steps in and looks at ball one up high, 1-0. Sonasup doesn't even step out. The 2,100th career game for Sonasup, as that is fouled away, and it's 1-1. 341 on the season for the all-time hit leader. Is that is going to be added to the list as Ejin Young comes over. Sonasup is sliding into second base as he was hustling out of the box, and he will be on the second with a leadoff double. So both just mirroring each other right now. It looks like as first inning up, both strikeouts, fly ball to the warning track, hit by or a walk, strikeouts, and now both teams with an extra base hits from their DH in the number 5 spot. And that's going to bring up Kim Hyung Jun. Kim Hyung Jun having a solid offensive season as he is a threat to put one over the wall also. And Moon Dong-ju has been known to give up some souvenirs. On the season, he's only given up 2, but he gave up a ton of them last year. A swing and a miss there, 1-1. My lord. Cannot, please don't ever go back to that camera angle. Oh, 10 home runs for the young catcher. Last year, an awful season. Part of the reason why they struggled so much is he Sonas Up and Park Ganu both had injuries. And then Kim Hyung Jun here was absolutely awful offensively last year. So here comes the 1-1 pitch, just sets up right at the waist as that's right back to Moon Dong-ju, who grabs it as we'll have a not a rundown as that will grow down as a, a put out by the pitcher, and the runner who was on seconds is now out. Comebacker snagged, and then Moon Dong-ju with a heads up. Well, that's what he was expecting, a throw to second base is what he was expecting there. As that's going to be a ground ball, 5-4. That's it. 2 outs now, and that brings up the number 8 hitter, Kim Ji. They swap spots there, trying to get this all fixed back. There we go. He was also the catcher, so getting him over there is pretty difficult. All righty, here comes Kimmy Jeep, 163 on of the season. The first pitch pops it up. Kim Tae-yeon in the coach's box, and that will be 3 away. They get a leadoff double, but go 0 for 3 after that. They're now 0 for 4 on the day with runners on base, and we will go to the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Hanwha. Because I don't give him any acknowledgments. He gets 0 acknowledgments in my world. So Moon Dong-ju. Man, my throat is gone. Moon Dong-ju with a much better outing there at 10 pitches in that inning. He's pitching well. Only 26 pitches. I have not been paying attention to speed. I usually don't pay too much attention to it. Yeah, 149, 147, 150. That last pop up was 150. Yeah, 149, 150. Looks like he hit 152 earlier, 151. Oh, he's probably tired. All right, the number 9 hitter, Wang Young Mook, steps in. It'll be 9-1-2 for both teams. And the first pitch is grounded as second baseman makes the grab, throws, and in time. Great play there by Park Min-woo. That is that right there. That play is probably the biggest weakness for all of the Hanwha second baseman right there. That's a play going to their left. They miss that ball so often or bobble it. They're too worried about getting the throw off to make the play as he makes a great play, spins and throws, gets Wang Young Mook, who runs pretty well out of the box. Kim Tae-yeon steps in now. He's looks at ball 1 there. 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out on 3 pitches in his first at-bats. Hitting 150 at the top of the lineup this year. Last year, He got taken out of it and kind of lost his way. Is That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Got taken out of the top spot in the lineup and lost his way. He was hitting 350, I think, in the top spot of the lineup. This coach who doesn't know what he's doing took him out, and he has struggled since. Is That's going to be a slow squibbler to the pitcher, underhand toss, and that's will be 2 away. All right, so Florial steps in. He gave a long ride to one to the warning track, but a fly out to left in his first at bats. And here comes the first pitch in the dirt. It's 1-0. Yeah, for Moon Dong-ju, I know he struggled with his velocity last year, and I I don't know if he just needs more time. He's on 6 days rest. It's not like it's a Tuesday Saturday or Tuesday Sunday thing, as that is going to be a ground ball. First baseman that tries to make the play, but it's in foul territory, and it's 1-1. But yeah, if he's not sitting, it's 153, 154. Uh, they're going to have some issues, especially as the season goes on and he starts to wear down again. Alrighty. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Sets up right at the belts, and that catches the bottom of the zone. 1-2. Uh, Mo Chi-hoon, mainly three pitches. Fastball most of the time. 144 is what he's going to average with his fastball, 43% of the time. As that is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. From that, he's going to throw a slider 32% of the time, and then a forkball 18% of the time. He does throw a curveball about 7% of the time. He's only going to throw 70 to 80 pitches. He doesn't work past the fifth inning. He's a guy that they feel like, okay, we got 5 innings out of you. We got 80 pitches out of you. That's all we need. As the 2-2 is lifted into the air, center fielder under it, and that's will be the first 1, 2, 3 inning of the game. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Hanwha. We'll see if we have the exact same thing here. Again, just absolutely mirroring each other. Again, first inning, both teams strikeouts, fly out to the warning track, free pass, strikeouts. Then second inning, both teams DH leading off the inning in the 5 spots. Both of them hit extra base hits. Next at bats, ground outs, and a pop up. So we'll see what the number 9 hitter does here. Is a very quick inning there for Mo Chi-wan. Just 9 pitches for him. 39 pitches now for him through 3, just right where you want to be. 26 for Moon Dong-ju through 2. We'll see where he's sitting after this one. LG is pretty much taken over this game. They are up 6-0 with the bases loaded in the top of the seconds with nobody out. Lotte starter already out of the game. 1+ innings, 7 walks. He is responsible for all 6 runs, and he's responsible for whoever else scores that's already on the bases. So not the best first start of the season if you Want to say that. All right, Chun Jae Wan will lead things off. And the 1-0 is crushed. But foul. That is out of the stadium onto a bridge. But it's also strike one. Waiting, and the delivery is up high, 1-1. All righty, here we go. The 1-1 pitch, and that's chopped foul, and it's 1-2. All right, so 1-2 pitch sets up in the other batter's box, throws it over there, but he doesn't chase, and it's 2-2. And time is called by the catch or the hitter. And the 2-2 is fouled away again, and it stays 2-2. 10-0. Did they just hit a grand slam? Not a good start for their boy. 10 runs given up in an inning is that's going to put an old damper on the ERA. Who hit the grand slam? Sung Chan Yi. That's not the guy you want to give a grand slam up to. All right, the 2-2 is that's going to be lifted into right field. That's going to be trouble, but catches it on the run, and that's will be one away. Flips the lineup back over to Guanidong. Guanidong struck out in his first at bats. And that misses low. 152 on the gun there. A little bit faster. Maybe he's loosening up a little bit, I guess. They've already given up 7, and they're already in their bullpen as that just catches the bottom of the zone. 1-1. I almost streamed that game as the 1-1 is right back up the middle, and that will be another base runner. Second hit of the day for NC. I just think about that hit by Kim Hyung Jun was almost the exact same hit right here. If he doesn't make the play on Moon Dong-ju doesn't make that play, it might actually be 1-1. All right, Kim Ju-won steps in. He flew out to the warning track in center field in his first at bats, and they check over on him over at first base. 36 pitches, and now for Moon Dong-ju. Usually the second and third, he's all right. It's the first and fourth inning that he struggles with. That is a broken bat, and that's going to drop in front of the center fielder. And back-to-back hits puts runners on first and seconds for NC with the 3-4-5 hitters coming up. So much for the mirroring as Hanwha wins 1-2-3, and here they've got runners on first and seconds. Still just one out Minu walked in his first at bats, 0 for 0 on the day. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0 1. Hitting a mere 452 with runners in scoring position on the season. Good for fourth in the league. 14 for 31. Sets up on the outside right at the knees, and he swings and misses as it drops down. And it's 0 2. That is a lot of patches in those uniforms. Alrighty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Goes up to the chest, but pops it up. A left fielder under it, and that's a two away. That brings up Pakanu. The went up high. That's what I keep trying to talk about. Going up high with a high fastball. Apparently, some of these teams watched my broadcast over the offseason and have decided that the high fastball is an excellent pitch. Just imagine if they would have listened to me last year, half of these teams would have ended up making the playoffs. So Pakanu, 323 on the season. He is 0 for 1, struck out in his first at bats. It looks it's a ball one low, and it's 1 0. Moondongju now sitting at 41 pitches, 15 in this inning, 16 in the first. So here comes pitch number 16 here in the third. And a swing and a miss, and it's 1 1. Sports Illustrated Fashion is being advertised back behind. All righty, here we go. The 1 1 pitch sets up on the outside, and he misses outside and low. 2 and 1. All right, the 2 1 sets up on the outside again, misses low again, and it's 3 and 1. Sonos up on deck. All righty, we'll get the pitch again as he stepped off the mound. Here comes the 3 1 pitch, and that is ripped, but into the netting, and it's 3 and 2. It is hot. This is the first day of the year that's been over 30 degrees. I think it got up to 32 here in Daejeon. Where they're playing in Ulsan is actually the hottest city in the country. So it's probably in the 30s there. I did not go outside at all. All righty, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. Runners on first and seconds will be off on the pitch. At first is Kim Ju-won, who has some speed. At second has surprising speed. Single will score one, as that is a slapped but foul. 157 on the gun there. 157. There's your speed. Guess he's only bringing it out when he really needs it. Alrighty, here we go. 3-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside once again, and that misses inside, but it's a soft liner to the shortstop. And they'll leave another two on. They've left four on base already today. We'll go to the fourth. It's 1-0. Hanwha. Survive there. First and seconds, one outs with the 3-4 hitters up. And they get nothing. Hanwha will have the 3-4-5 hitters coming up, trying to add to their lead. They're now 0 for 3 with runners in the scoring position. Moon Dong-ju had to work there, though, as he 21 pitches in that inning leaves him at 47 now on the day. But he's got himself a one-run lead, and I guess that's all that matters. Hanwha's bullpen definitely has the advantage against NC's bullpen. Hanwha's bullpen is second in the league, but NC down at the bottom, almost actually more than 2 runs per game worse as far as whips go. Well, almost a half a runner per inning. Alrighty, we've got Moonhyun Bin, Mr. Clutch himself, leading things off for Hanwha. Hit by a pitch in his first at bat, but then was left over on the bases. The last 10 games, a 341 for the young left-hander, as that is ripped into right field, and he'll have himself a leadoff single and the second hit of the day for Hanwha. And that brings up a Noshiwan. A Noshiwan struck out in his first at bats. Moonhyun Bin now on base for the second time today after getting hit by a pitch in his first at bat. All righty, Noshiwan 0 for 1. Fouled straight back. He was not fooled on that at all. I heard it was just 4 weeks at the time. That they said no ligament damage. As the 0-1 is swing and a miss, and that's 0-2. Did they update it? Update, because I looked maybe a couple days ago, and the only thing I had gotten was uh, they had an MRI, and nothing was. Oh wow! I see. I saw that there was as that is outside. Yeah, I actually read the other day where it was not a rupture of any kind. Yeah, I know. I know. Payol means rupture or torn, but no, like I just maybe 2-3 days ago, I read the thing that said that he it was not a ligament. As the 1-2 back to the pitcher, throws to the second baseman. Not a good throw there, but in time. And that will be a 1-4-3 double play as Noshiwan's struggles continue. Yeah, I want to say a few days ago I read. Yeah, like yeah, just a few days ago I read that it said it wasn't, because I actually somebody asked about it and I looked it up. That's the only reason why I knew is that that is ripped, but that is going to be foul and all in one. Yeah, I wonder what changed. I guess that when they went back to get another another scan, that's nothing. That it showed up as the 0-1 is inside and 1-1. That's a huge thing for LG because they've struggled offensively lately. Both Moon Sung Ju and Shin Min Jae have both been struggling offensively as the 1-1 is popped up third base or first baseman and catcher chasing after it, but it will get into the NC dugouts and it's 1-2. Hake Min has been hitting up at the top of the lineup now, but very big difference between Park Min and Hong Chang Yi, with Hong Chang Yi, having a 400 on base percentage and seeing 4 or 5 pitches and at bats. All righty, the 1-2 pitch coming up. Chan Sung already hits one home run today. He would love to give Hanwha a 2-0 lead. Sets up with the glove on the ground, and that's ripped just over the jumping shortstop. And he is now on base for the second time today with another hit. Chan Sung coming alive in Ulsan. Did it go off the tip of the glove? Yeah, I think it did get off the tip. Gonna have to get him some old jump shoes or whatever those things were called that you could buy on eBay. Jump soles. So that is low. 1-0. Eugene Young, a 6-3 ground out in his first at bats, average down below 300 now as he has started his slide, ladies and gentlemen. Can he correct it? As that is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. He had his hot streak. Can he correct it? And the 1-1 pitch way outside. Nobody would be swinging at that. All right, here we go. The 2-1 pitch sets up right at the waist, right down the middle, and misses inside, and it's 3-1. I talked about it earlier. He struggles with command. 4 walks in his last game, no walks in the game before that, but 5, 4, and 3. Uh, Averaging almost a walk an inning, only 20.2 innings and 16 walks, as the 3-1 misses low, and that will be a free pass. And they're going to go have a little chitty chatty with him as they've now got runners on first and seconds for the most clutch player in the history of clutch players. Only 53 pitches. Again, he normally is throwing. So he's only pitched in 5 games, 79, 71, 81, 82, 84. So he's good for, again, about 80 pitches. That's going to be it. So here in the top of the fourth, he's gone 5 innings in his last two starts. Before that, when he was throwing 80 pitches, he never qualified for a win. He has won his last two starts, allowing 1 run in both of those, despite the issues with the walks. All right, so number 16 steps in. He grounded out to the first baseman in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day. And a swing and a miss there on a pitch way down in the dirt, just like usual. Man, someone is loud in that stadium, singing every single song by themselves. As here we go, the 0-1 pitch pops them up. The left fielder giving chase under it, and that's will be 3 away. They put runners on first and second also, but nothing of it, and we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Hanwha. Another 2 runners left, and that's 3 now for Hanwha. Hanwha 0 for 3 with runners on base at this point. Hmm. 16 pitches there leaves him at 55 through 4 innings. Can't believe Mr. All Star didn't come up with a hit there. So surprised. Shocked, really. Super, super shocked. I know Kiwi was shocked. He was already celebrating and dancing with his little finger hearts. Oh, lots of zeros today. NC 0, Kia 0, Lotte 0, Doosan 0, Samsung 0, Kium 0. Zeros everywhere around the league. Tile. Nixon Tile. Nixon Tile. Alrighty, righty. Moondong Ju back out there. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Sonos up doubled in his first at bat, but then was left on the bases. Actually, was not left on, as that's going to be a little bloop, but center fielder under it, and that will be 1 away. Brings up Kim Hyung Jun. Kim Hyung Jun grounded back to Moondong Ju, who ran and tagged out Sonos up in his first at bats. 0 for 1 on the day. Again, he is a guy that can deposit the ball in the outfield. 10 home runs already on the season, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. 149 for Moondong Ju. 259 on the season, but 10 home runs as he lays off of that, and 1-1. Moondong Ju, 4 pitches. He mainly throws his fastball 47% of the time, averages 149. That's his time called by the hitter. Off of that, he slider and forkball both about 18 to 19%, and then a curveball off of that is outside, and it's a 2-1. So he throws a pretty hard slider, as that slider again, and it's just starting it way too far outside for anybody to be chasing it. Wong Jun Saw there should get the start tomorrow, first start of the season with the first league team. As the 3-1 is swing and a miss there, and it's runs the count full on the 152 inside fastball. Both big signings for Hanwha in the offseason. One is on the injured list, and one is down in the second league as the fouled into the glove, but not able to hold on to it. And that will reset for another 3-2 counts. And that is going to be a little soft liner to the shortstop once again. Second one he's caught, and that's two away. He's at three full counts. One was a walk, and two were soft liners to the shortstop. And that brings up Soho Chol. Soho Chol, a 5-4 ground out in his first at bats, 0 for 1 on the day. And outside, 1-0. Where's the big Soho Chol fan? And the 1-0 is lifted. That's going to be trouble if it gets down, but just gets foul, and it's 1-1. Think it'll be good to have Wong Jun Sol get some time with the first league, as he was not did not go to finishing camp with them. He was left off of that. I don't believe he went to Australia either. So he was been stuck with a second team the whole year in the off season. That is a way outside. He chases that slider way off the plate. We'll see if he comes back with it once again. Nope, they're going to go upstairs and way up high, 155 on that one. And at 2-2. Wang Junsol leading the second league in ERA. And the 2-2 pitch fouled away, 154 there. He is definitely, when he's needs that strikeout, he's throwing the mid 150s, but he's throwing a 149, 147 whenever he's just in his regular setup. Three guys that should throw really hard. Ponce, Weiss, and Moondong Ju is going to be lifted. Center fielder under that one also, and that's will be 3 away. 1, 2, 3, go. The NC Dinos for the first time today will go to the fifth. It's 1-0 Hanwha. First time that Hanwha goes 1, 2, 3. Moondongju giving away a lot of fly balls, though, so that is a little concerning for a guy that has struggled with giving up home runs before. Hanwha will have 8-9-1 coming up. So Che Jae-hoon, Wong Young Mook, and Kim Tae-yun coming up for the old Eagles. The old Eaglers. Oh, there we go. Lotte put up 2 runs, cut that lead down to 10-2 on a Sono Young 2-run shots. They have 2 hits. So, oh, they have 3 hits. How do they have 3 hits? There's only, oh, there we go. Somebody just got hit. No, Doosan threatening. They've got runners on first and third with one out in the bottom of the fourth. KT still up 2-0 against Kia. And looks like Kielum is threatening. They've got a runner on third with one out in the bottom of the fifth. All righty, we should be back here, top of the fifth. Hanwha looking to add to their lead. As here comes the first pitch, just misses outside, 1-0. JJ Hoon 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to left field in his first at bats, hitting 303 now on the season. Doesn't qualify for a batting title because he only catches 3 out of 5 games, as that is up high 2-0. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Sets up right down the middle, and that is right down the middle, and it's 2-1. And now that's going to be a foul ball, and it runs the count to 2-2. 58, 59. Here comes a pitch number 60 for Mok Ji-hoon. And the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be lifted into left field, but that's one away. That brings up the number 9 hitter. Where are you at, Nick? He needs your supports, man. Mary Kate's. Where's Use Babies? There we are. All is right in the world. All right, Wong Young Mook steps in. He's 0 for 1 on the day, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bats. And looks at just strike one at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Hanwha fans definitely seem louder than the NC fans. As here comes the 0-1 pitch, is fouled away. It will get out of play. And it's 0-2. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sets up at the letters. And that is going to be lifted into right field. And he slides, but not able to make the catch. Wong Yang Mook hustling out of the box and is sliding into second with a 1-out double, thanks to Kiwi's support. Didn't get a very good break on that. Running with his glove out instead of running to the ball. All righty, Hanwha looking to add to their lead. They got a runner on second now with 1 out. The top of the lineup coming up. Kim Tae-yeon 0 for 2 on the day with a 1-3 ground out and a strikeout. And looks at strike one on the inside, 0-1. Not a chance for a double play here. A ground into double play, I should say. With Wong Yang Mook over at second. As that is lifted, but foul to no one over there. And it's 0-2. Crazy. Both pitchers with 2 strikeouts in the first inning and none since then. As here comes the 0-2 pitch to Kim Tae-yeon. Sets up way outside with his glove on the ground, and he swings and misses. And just like that, the strikeouts continue. Because I don't like the shortstop. I refuse to say his name. Yeah, as Florio steps in, a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. He's the shortstop that's flipped off the score whenever they gave him an error. He's the one that got ejected and then threw his helmet and hit the bench coach in the back of the head. He's the one that got caught drinking and driving while he was the captain. As that is ripped, but foul, and it's 0-2. He's the one that the team was leading. He was the captain. He struck out and started swinging his bat, breaking stuff in the dugouts, or not the dugout, but in the clubhouse. Yeah, he's that guy. As the 0-2 pitch sets up right at the letters, and Florio lifts that one, but center fielder over and under it, and that will be 3 away. They get a 1-out double, but they go over 2 after, leaving another one on. They left 4 on. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0 Hanwha. Yep, that's exactly. I believe that might be the exact word for word translation. Actually, it didn't need a translation because it was in English. The least clutch player in Hanwha's history. Almost every year, he leads the team in the lowest WPA on the team. No, the fact that they're only down 1-0 right here is a good thing for NC. Their young starter, 69 pitches through 5 innings. Yeah, that's his legacy. His legacy is literally nothing good. All right, so we be back for the bottom of thy 5th. Have the 8-9-1 hitters coming up. Are they going to let him go back out there? That is the question. And that is low. 1-0. I think he might be done as the 1-0 is a swing and a miss there. 1-1. Gets Che Jae Hoon on the arm. Emi Jeep popped up to the first baseman in foul territory in his first at bats, 0 for 1 on the day, and that is a 45-foot breaking ball into the dirt, and it's oops, not him. And the 2-1, a swing and a miss there, 2-2. 69 pitches and pulling your starter. Where is Samantha? Alrighty, here comes the best pitch in baseball, and it's a swing and a miss on pitch number 67. And one away as we bring up the number 9 hitter, Chun Jae Won. My voice sounds rough today, as that is low. 1-0. Alrighty, the 1-0 pitch drops or tries to drop down the bunt. He pulled it back. Did he? I guess he did pull it back, and it's 2-0. I didn't think it was gonna be back. And welcome, Daniel. By the way, both of them at 69. Samantha, look at that. That is Samantha's dream right there. As the 2-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Misses low, and it's 3-1. Again, when he's trying to get them, he goes to that fastball. He overthrows that fastball. As here comes the 3-1 right at the knees, and that's in there. 151, and it's now 3-2. They've had a 3-2 counts already today, a walk and 2 soft liners to the shortstop. And that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Throws, and that's 2 away. Flips the lineup back over for Kimmy Dong. 1, 2, 3, and in the last inning for Moon Dong Ju, he's got 1-2 here. I could never ever move back to the U.S. I just couldn't do it. As first pitch is low on the curveball, and it's 1-0. Back in 2017, when I went to go visit, I was there for only a few days, and I was ready to come back. As that misses inside, 2-0. Uh, I actually think I'm in. I'm on the sexiest streamers, most wanted. I So before I moved to Korea, I actually traveled the USA for about 5 years. Is that just misses low, 3-1? I lived in the the not Northeast, but the New England area for a few years. I lived in Vegas. I lived in Colorado. I lived in the Midwest. As that's going to be ball 4, and he is on base for the second time today. As we bring up the number 2 hitter, Kim Ju Won. I never felt like it never felt like home, I guess. Never I mean, the only place I really didn't live was the Pacific Northwest and the South, and I definitely couldn't handle the South. As first pitch is in there, beautiful breaking ball right in there, and it's 0-1. I can't deal with heat very well. And that is going to be lifted into left field under it, and that's 3 away. Once again, 0 for 1 with runners on base. They left their 5th runner on. And we'll take a little bit of a break. See you in a few. Moon Yun Bin steps in. He's 1 for 1 on the day. I was throwing my voice, is what I was doing, Nick, as the 0-1 pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. He has now thrown 2 pitches in the 6th inning all season long, and they have both been strikes. All righty, here we go. The 0-2 pitch misses outside, 1-2. And about 75, 80 pitches is all he throws. So I have to think that he's going to. I'm not really sure what they're trying to get out of him here. As the 1-2 pitch just slams the glove on the ground, and that is going to be lifted into left field and 1 away. Retired for the first time today is Moon Hyun Min, as that brings up No Shiwan. No Shiwan 0 for 2 on the day, and not a good offensive day for him. Struck out in his first at bats, a 1-4-3 ground out in his second at bats. Does have 3 right-handers coming up though, as that's just misses inside 1-0. A hit by pitch and a walk, and then a home run and a few singles, couple singles and a double. As the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. They can get 6 innings from him. That would almost be a win just to keep that bullpen healthy. As the 1-1 pitch ripped foul, and it's a 1-2. The most he's thrown is 84 pitches, and that was his first game of the season back on March 27th. He has not thrown 80 pitches since since April 25th, as they're going to go up around the letters and runs in, and it's 2-2. This is these career high in innings. Sets up right at the waist, and the 2-2 pitch runs in again, and it's 3-2. Have to think that if he gets on base, that will be it for him. They have not shown anybody warming up in any of the bullpens. Moon Dong-ju sitting at 80 pitches. He can usually throws 100 pitches, or right around 90 to 100. As here comes the 3-2 pitch, and he walks him. Third walk of the day is Hanwha now has a runner on base for the guy responsible for the 1 run in this game. There's apparently a ninja warming up in the bullpen. Can't believe they didn't have anybody up already. Again, he hasn't thrown more than 84 pitches on the season. Yeah, he's got like a stick, like doing this thing. So it look like he's doing Tai Chi in the bullpen. All righty, here we go. Sets up at the knees and misses outside 1-0. All right, the 1-0 pitch, 81st pitch of the game, and nope. Checks over on No Shiwan as he steps back. Hanwha needs this win, as LG is definitely going to win this game, as they're up 14-2 right now, as the 1-0 in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. I mean, it is the KBO. I've seen crazier things. All right, sets up on the outside, the 1-1 pitch, and that is ripped. And it drops in, and that Noshiwan is over to third, and he has got himself a bad throw, but goes home, and he's got himself a double, as he is now just a triple shy of the cycle, ladies and gentlemen. A triple shy of the cycle. Again, I didn't understand why they let him hit why they let him pitch after the walk. It didn't make any sense. But then again, I'm smarter than most of the managers in the league, and well, yeah. Now you got a runner on the second and third with Eugene Young, and again, they didn't have anybody warmed up. They didn't have anybody warming up. He hasn't. 80 pitches is his limits, ladies and gentlemen, but apparently the managers aren't aware of this. Rockers, Roxerson, Rockerson. Would it be Roxerson or Rockerson? I would mispronounce that word every single time. It's like whenever I have to pronounce Erie, Erie. All right, Eugene Young is steps in a 6-3 ground out and a walk. Infield this should be in. As that's going to be right through the drawn in infield, and that's going to score one. Cheon Sung will hold up at third, and that's will be an RBI single. And Hanwha takes the 2-0 lead. Again, I don't know why. I don't know why. He's still out there. Like, I just don't understand why nobody was warming up to start this inning. I just don't get it. Luckily, they've got number 16 up to bats. He is known to have one clutch hit a year. No, next pitch will tie his season high, maybe his career high. As they sets up on the outside, and that is in the dirt, and that gets past him, and that is going to score another one. Again, I don't understand what the heck this manager is doing. Don't understand. Well, this makes this at bats less important. Maybe he'll get a hit here. As here comes the 1-0 pitch as lifted into left field. Nope, no hits. That's a fly out to left. Eugene Young tags up and is in there. That is a risky tag up. Fly ball to left field, and he tags up and makes it. Is Guani Dong was not expecting a tag up on a ball that was hit there. A better throw probably gets him. All right, now you've got a guy, another run. It's just 90 feet away as number 13, Che Jae Hoon, steps in. 85 pitches now for Mokji Hoon, as that is in the dirt, and there goes another run. Two wild pitches, 2 runs, and Hanwha now has a 4-0 lead as the NC dugout looks on in disbelief at why the hell the guy streaming in Dejan knows more about their team than they do. It is absolutely amazing how bad managers are in the KBO. Unbelievably bad. As that's a runs up and in, and it's 2-0. Now you just leave him out there. Hell. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. That catches the top of the zone at 2-1. Three ninjas. Was that TriStar? And here comes the 2-1 pitch. And up high, 3-1. Are they going to leave him out there if he walks him too? Three ninjas, kick back. As here comes the 3-1 pitch. Just sets up right down the middle. And a ninja matrix move is that will be ball 4. And he walks another one. He's still out there. All right, Nick, where you at? And that is lifted, but it's a center fielder. And that will be 3 away, but not before they get 3 on a dumb manager in the dugouts. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-0. Hanwha. Score 3 runs on 2 hits. It's unbelievable how dumb these managers are. It's like, what's the best possible way to lose a game? Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one. We got a guy that's thrown 69 pitches. Is the most he's thrown is 84. He's never thrown a pitch in the 6th inning. I got an idea. Let's send him out for the 6th and not have anybody warming up. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's we got a guy. He just walked a guy. He walked a guy. Okay. Let's go ahead and have him let's have him stay out there. That's a good idea. Oh, he just gave up a double, so he got runners on first and second, or second and third. Let's keep him out there some more. Yeah, that's a good idea also. Like, if I was a player for NC Dinos, I'd be pissed that my coach was literally throwing the game. Like, if this was in the US, fans would be rioting and the coach would be investigated for throwing a game and probably suspended, thinking that he was gambling on the game. Like, that's how bad these decisions are. Oh, Moondong Ju now sitting comfortably with a 4-run lead as that is up high and it's 1-0. Pak Minu steps in 0 for 1 on the day, walked in his first at bats and then flew out to left in his second at bats. And the 1-0 is a popped foul, 1-1. One of the many reasons I hate doing NC games because their manager's a moron. And this is the new manager too, as that is going to be at least a single, as that's Moon Hyun-bin loses his footing, but he's got a leadoff single, and now they've got a runner on first. Wouldn't it be sweet if they only had a 1 or 2 run lead instead of a 4 run lead? All right, Takanu steps in now. He is 0 for 2 on the day, struck out in his first at bats, lined out to the shortstop in his second at bats, and he pops that one foul almost out of the stadium, and it's 0-1. And here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that is going to be lifted into right field. He grabs it, and that's one away. Sonos up steps in now, doubled in his first at bats, and then a fly out to center in his second, so 1 for 2 on the day. And that runs in, and it's 0-1. Sorry, 1-0. Swing and a miss there, 1-1 now. 149 on the gun here on his 87th pitch. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Sonos up. Sets up on the outside and swing and a miss as the ball drops way down below the zone, and it's 1-2. The old fork ball. All right, so 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside again and a swing and a miss again. And that's strikeouts number 4 on the day for Moon Dong Ju. And outs number 2. They are now, let's see, 1 for 10 with runners on base. All right, Kim Hyung Jun steps in, looks at the ball one low, 1-0. The 1-0 is fouled away, 1-1. Manager in the NZ dugout really reminds me of a former Hanwha manager that thought every pitcher could throw 100 pitches, had no concept of the fact that some pitchers are 80 pitch pitchers and some are, 2 times through the order, as that is lifted into left field. Moon Hyun Bin under it, and that's 3 away. They get a leadoff single, but once again, go 0 for 3. They've left 6 runners on base. We'll go to the 7th inning. It's all Hanwha. Unbelievable how bad the manager decisions are. Wow. You want to send them out again? You might as well, right? Making sure my numbers are right. We'll have a new pitcher for NC, Kim Tae Hoon. Oh, Kim Tae Hoon now out on the mound. One game, one inning, nothing else on the stat sheet. He will face the 1, 2, 3 hitters for Hanwha. Alrighty, the first pitch to Kim Tae-yeon is ripped, and that's going to be a single. One pitch, one hit, just the way Hanwha drew it up, as Kim Tae-yeon is on base for the first time today. All right, so Florial steps in. He flew out to left, flew out to center, and flew out to center, looking for his one hit of the day, as that is in the dirt, and it's 1 0. When was the last time he had multiple hits? A week ago when he had his home run. Average down to 261 coming into this game. As here comes the 1-0 pitch and a swing and he into the glove, and then he hits the catcher in the head. Doink. Alrighty, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Florial 257 and now on the season. As he pops it in on his hand, Kim Ju-won out in shallow, and that will be 1 away. Florial 0 for 4 on the day. Might get one more at bats. There's a slim possibility. As Moon Yun Bin now steps in, he's been on base twice, hit by a pitch in his first at bats, a single in his seconds, and flew out to left in his third or second at bat, depending on how you want to calculate it. 308 on the season. And a swing and a miss there, 0-1. Here we go, the 0-1 pitch right up the middle and misses way outside. 1-1. All right, the 1-1 sets up right at the belt and misses outside again, and it's 2-1. Whoa. 1-1. And the 2-1, a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. All right, the 2-2 pitch just sets up right down the middle again, and the 2-2 is fouled away as he was off on the pitch, and he'll reset for another 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch just sets up down the middle again, but misses way up high. And another full count, third full count of the day for Hanwha. They walked in the last one, and then they fly out to left field. And the 3-2 is popped up left third baseman under it, and that's two away. That brings up Noshiwan. He started the scoring last inning with a walk and came around to score on the Eugene Young single. And that is going to be a ground ball. Shortstop, a great play to his glove side, spins, throws to the second baseman, and that's will be three away. We'll go to the bottom of the seventh. NC looking for a coach that knows what he's doing because they're down 4-0. Left is 6 runners on now. We'll get into the bullpen. Should be Pak Song Won, Han Sung Hyuk, and then Kim Saw Hyun. Even though they have a 4-run lead, they will still bring in the closer. Finally got some scores down in or up in the dome. 1-1 now. Samsung and Kium as Kium took the lead in the fifth, and Samsung tied it back up in the sixth. KT's up 5-2 in the bottom of the sixth against Kia, but so they've got runners on first and seconds with 2 outs. Lotte trying to come back. They're down 14-3 in the bottom of the fifth, but they've got a runner on first with 1 out. Uh, SSG is up 4-3 in the bottom of the sixth. Doosan is now up to bat. All right, it's Pak Song Won out on the mound, just like I thought. 23 games, 22 innings, 10 wins, 2 losses, 6 holds, 2.45 ERA. He is usually pretty decent, but he will have a big old clunker every once in a while. The back end of this bullpen is the reason why Hanwha is doing well this season, as that is first pitch is in there for a strike. They throw hard, probably the hardest throwing back end of the league without a doubt. Sahu Chol 304 now on this season as he looks at strike 2 on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. So Chol a 5-4 ground out and a fly out to center in his 2 at bats as they set up right around the letters, and that's misses high 1-2. 148 on the gun there. Again, Pak Song Wan, Han Sung Hyuk both throw upper 140s. They'll hit 150 every once in a while. As here comes the 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and that's 1 away. Bring up the number 8 hitter, Kimmy Jeep. Kimmy Jeep, 0 for 2 on the day, flew out or popped up to the first baseman in foul territory, and then struck out in his second at bats, hitting about a buck 60 on the season. Hitting below your weight is never good, especially when you're an infielder, as that misses a little high. 1-0. And the 1-0 is in there for strike 1-1. Kiwis just here for the kicks. And just misses on the inside corner, 2-1. The 2-1, a beauty in there. That is a forkball if I've ever seen one. Dancing around, almost looked like a knuckleball. All righty, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sets up at the knees, and that is going to be lifted into center field. Florio under it, and 2 away. Brings up the number 9 hitter as 2 down now. 4 outs away. No, we're in the bottom of 7. 7 outs away. Had to do some quick math there. All right, to Chun Jae-won 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-1. Flew out to right field in his first at bat, and then a 4-3 ground out in his second at bat. We're moving right along here. I believe this is the farthest along any game is. No, the dome game is in the top of the 8th, as that misses inside 1-1. But that game is tied 1-1, so it might go extra innings. Chun Jae-won, 262 now on the season after his 0 for 2 so far. And the pitch is lifted into center field. Florio, what is he doing? As that is another fly ball and another out. 1, 2, 3, go the Dinos. And it's not going to get any easier from here. We'll go to the 8th. It's all Hanwha. Song-won strike out and 2 fly balls. And will end his day with a 12 pitches, meaning he is good to go for tomorrow also. Hanwha will have, again, should be Wang Jun Saw, and for NC, it should be Shin Min Hyuk. 2 young guys. So I imagine tomorrow will be a high scoring affair. Hanwha will have the number 5 hitter, Cheon Sung, who is a triple shy of the old cycle. Maybe he should hit a home run, round the bases, get to third, and never touch home. All right, so Han Jae-sung out on the mound for NC. Cheon Sung, a home run in his first at bat, a single in his second at bat, and a double and a run scored in his third at bats. 3 for 3 today, bringing his average up to 284 now. As here comes the first pitch. As that is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, throws across, and that's 1 away. Apparently, he missed the memo. He's supposed to hit a triple, not hit it to the third baseman. So maybe someone can let him know how a cycle works. And that brings up Eugene Young. Eugene Young, an RBI single in his last at bats, bumped his average back up over 300 as he's a 1 for 2 on the day. Looks at just strike one there on a 135 curveball. All right, the 0-1 pitch is up high, 1-1. Hey, you got all right, the 1-1 pitch in there. Ooh, just misses up high. I thought that might have broke down. And I was like, wait. All righty, here we go. The 2-1 pitch in the dirt, and that's 3-1. That was a 3-1 pitch. Just catches the inside and runs the count full, 3-2. Fourth full count of the day for Hanwha. Fly out, a pop up, a walk, and we'll see what happens here. All right, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be two away. Meow. Meow. And that's going to bring up the shortstop 0 for 3 on the day with a ground ball to the first baseman, a fly ball to the left, and a fly ball to the left. And that's misses inside 1-0. Average drop down now to 300. And that's in the dirt, and it's 2-0. All right, the 2-0 pitch sets up right down the middle, and that is popped up. Center fielder coming in, and that's will be 3 away. 1, 2, 3, go Hana in the eighth, but they've got themselves a 4-0 lead. We'll go to the bottom of the eighth. NC down to their final 6 outs. They'll have the top of the lineup trying to get at least on the board so that they don't get skunked. Hanwha should have Hansen Hyuk coming out. We'll see if they announce it. Okay. Only 12 pitches of that inning for Pak Sang Wan. Do they want to risk it for the old biscuits? Send him out again, or have to think? Yep, Han Sung Hyuk will come out. Again, it is a 4-run game, but he's still going to bring in the closer. This is what Kiwi and I talk about all the time, where the the closer is throwing way more games, way more innings, way more important at bats than he has in his career, and they're sending him out there whenever he's not needed. You know, Hanwha obviously would love to score some runs to keep the closer in the bullpen and bring somebody else out, but they're going with the setup man here, Han Sung Hyuk. 23 games, 20 points at 2 innings, 1 win, 2 losses, 8 holds, 1 save, a 2.61 ERA. He does get a little wild at times. Guanidong steps in. He's been on base twice, 1 for 2, a strikeout, a single, and a walk. As that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Way outside, 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch. And just catches the inside, and it's 1-2. Ma, 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 ma. All right, the 1-2 sets up right at the knees, and that's going to be a ground ball. Slow up the middle. Shortstop grabs it, throws just in time, and 1 away. And that brings up the number 2 hitter, Kim Ju-won. Kim Ju-won, 1 for 3 on the day, a fly out to center, a single, and a fly out to left. Sets up right down the middle again, and that misses outside. 1-0. And that is a beautiful pitch right down the middle. 1-1. Forkball, I believe. Hansen Yuck is a fastball forkball guy. They tried to use him as a starter, but he was lit up by the 3rd inning as the 1-1 pitch is swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Got to get into the bullpen by the 5th inning, otherwise you have to deal with a 3-headed monster at the back. And here comes the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that's out number 2. And that brings up the captain, Pak Minu. Pak Minu, 1 for 2 on the day. Walked in his first at bats, a fly out to left, and a single in his last at bat. And that's just misses low, and it's 1-0. They were down 14-3 for a while. As the 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0. Wonder how much English you and Jen knows, because I mean they're not using a translator there. They got the translator next to him, but he's not being used. As the 2-0 is foul away, 2-1. And I know Moondong Ju speaks pretty good English. Kiwi said that Kim Tae Yun speaks really good English. Said Moondong Ju speaks zero English. Or sorry, Moon Hyun Bin speaks zero English. As Kim Saw Hyun warming up in the bullpen, like I said, 4-run lead, and you bring in the closer. The 2-1 catches the inside, and it's a 2-2. And the 2-2, and it hits him. That just looks like he lost the handle to it. Came way over it on the forkball, bounced and hit him in the back of the leg. very similar to the throw from that Moon Hyun Bin got hit with. Also the number 3 hitter. All right, Park Gun-woo steps in now. 0 for 3 on the day. Looks at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Park Gun-woo struck out in his first at bat, so a little liner to the second baseman or the shortstop, and then a fly out to right. All right, the 1-0 pitch up and in, and it's 2-0. All righty, here comes the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. 16 pitches now. Now you have to start thinking about what is he going to do tomorrow. He is dripping in sweats, ladies and gentlemen, as the 2-1 up high, 3-1. Told you he struggles with command every once in a while. All right, the 3-1 sets up right at the knees and pops him up. Will it get out of play? It's will, and it'll be 3-2, another full count. Second full count of the day for Park Gun-woo, and the fifth of the day for Hanwha. They are 0 for 3 with a walk. And the 3-2, ball 4, and they've got runners on first and second for Sonos up. Have a little mound visit here. Han Sung Hyuk now 19 pitches. When he gets to 20, it's like a switch flips, and it's not a pretty thing. No, a hit by pitch to Park Minu puts him on base, and then a walk to Park Gun-woo. And they've got runners on first and second, 2 outs for the KBO all-time hit leader, Sonos Up, who is a 1 for 2 or 1 for 3 on the day. And a check over on the runner at second. 2 on, 2 outs, number 2 at second. And here comes the pitch in there for a strike, and it's all in 1. All right, that was pitch number 20. What happens next? 341 on the season for Sonos Up, 1 for 3 on the day. Runners on first and second will be off on any contact, and that's just catches the bottom of the zone. Sonos Up can't believe it. Here we go, the 0-2 pitch. They are not using the pitch com. Against Han Sung Hyuk in his career 571 on, as that is in the dirt, that gets away, and both runners will move up a base. As now you've got runners And to second and third, a single scores two. Moon Yun Bin, and not the best arm in left field. Lee Jin Young, a good arm in right. Left-handed batter up. All righty, the 1-2. Runners on second and third on the season. He is hitting 750 as he slaps that was way up at his shoulders. Foul, and it's 1-2. That would be a absolutely ridiculous comeback if they're able to do it. As just a sec, I'll talk about it. And the 1-2 in the dirt. So good block by JJ, and it's a 2-2. So the KBO is kind of late to some of them. I mean, I like the pitch clock. I really like the pitch clock. I don't like the three batter minimum thing. I don't like that. All right. Nope. Well, steps off the back of the mound, gets a little bit of rosin. As here we go, the 2-2 pitch. And that's a chopped foul, and another one stepping up. See, they don't have that in the KBO. I like that. I don't think it should be two pickoffs per batter. I think it should be two pickoffs per pitch. Or, yeah, I think that's is the 2-2 pitch is outside, and it's 3-2, another full count. I don't know. They didn't. So the KBO, they had an opportunity to do it. Their time is a little different than the MLB, I believe, but they don't. The KBO doesn't have the three batter minimum. All right, the 3-2 sets up right down the middle, and it gets away. So not only does he walk him, a run scores, and just like that, it is 3-1. That is the wrong button, ladies and gentlemen. Hanwha did not score on the wild pitch. It is now a save opportunity. What did I say about 20 pitches? What did I say? He throws 20 and he runs into issues just like that. Now you've got a pitching change. So I believe Kim So Hyun will come in and try to close this game out now. Now you've got to get a 4-out save from the guy that is a little wild a lot of times. Like I said, he struggles when he gets to 20. I like the pitch clock. The pitch clock is the best thing that's happened to the KBO. All of the pitch the or the sorry, the ABS system is the best thing to happen to the KBO. No question asked. The strike zone was an absolute joke up until last year. The umpires in the KBO, they don't know the league, they don't know the rules, they don't know the strike zone. They're awful. They're absolutely awful. Uh, the they close their eyes, they look at the catcher's glove. It's just awful. Like there's nothing else to say except it's just awful. So Kim So Hyun out on the mound now, 24 games, 22.2 innings, one loss, one hold, 13 saves, and a .79 ERA. So Daniel, I don't I don't know if you watched very much, but it was bad. And when I mean bad, I mean awful. Uh, as Kim Hyung Jun steps in and he hits him. I think it hit his bats first, though. Oh no, it didn't hit him. All righty. And Kim Hyung Jun, 254 on this season, 10 home runs though. 0 for 3 on the day with a ground ball to the pitcher, a line out to the shortstop, and a fly out to left. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. And NC is not playing with their foreign bats. Davison is not on the lineup or not on the roster currently, as that is low 2-1. I've said this many times. He struggles with command. He gets people on deception from that arm slots. I would just sit there and wait for two strikes as the 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike, and now it's 2-2. Now is when I would start swinging as the 2-2 pitch. Obviously, you're going to strike out more, but you're also going to walk a ton more with my strategy. All righty, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Runners on first and third, two outs, and just catches the inside corner, and they leave two runners on. They do get one on a wild pitch. We'll go to the ninth inning. It's 4-1 on the pitch. They've got to come back with their 7, 8, 9 hitters. So a hit by pitch, a walk, and a couple wild pitches. Uh, well, all right. So Daniel, couple years ago, the strike zone was supposed to be, over the plate, 17 inches. Okay. But they weren't calling some, like, I don't know what it was. They wanted them, they basically started calling batter's box to batter's box, like 24 inches wide. It was awful. Like, it was unwatchable. Like, I did not even want to watch the game because it was so bad. Like, you would watch and the catcher would catch it in the other batter's box, and if you looked at the KBO app, it would show that it just caught the outside corner of the actual plate. It was so bad. There was times that we'd call it the donut hole, because a pitcher would throw it right down the middle, but the umpire would call it a ball. So the fact that the ABS system made every pitch the same. Oh, it got worse after the pandemic. It got worse. It's always been bad because the KBO umpires are awful. Is Han Jae Sung still out there? And Che Jae Hoon does his matrix move again, and it's ball one. Like, yeah, it's always been bad. The KBO umpires are always been bad. They are. You have to also think about the KBO is or Korea is a very Confucius society, where or Confucianism, where you have the elder is the most important or is always right. So They have an ego thing, kind of like the MLB guys, but they don't even know the rules. As the 1-1 is up high, 2-1. They would get suspended. They would get sent down to the second league as umpires all the time. As the 2-1 pitch sets up at the knees, and that is in there for a strike right down the middle, 2-2. But yeah, the KBO, the ABS system is amazing. Uh, Hanwha, and not just Hanwha, but outside of Seoul teams would constantly get robbed with the pitch counts and the pitch calling. Is that is a 6-3 ground outs, and the third time he has been retired today. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Wong Young Mook. All right, Wong Young Mook, a 1 for 3 on the day, as he's waiting for Kiwi before he starts swinging the bats. And the 1-0 is chopped to the second baseman that grabs it, throws, and that's 2 away. Kiwi's over there sleeping on the job, and just like that, it's 2 away. That flips the lineup back over to Kim Tae-yeon. Kim Tae-yeon, 1 for 4 on thy day. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop or third baseman grabs it, throws, and 1-2-3 go the Eagles. That brings us to the bottom of the ninth. Hanwha's up 4-1. Can NC score 3 before they give up 3? Outs. They'll have the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up, trying to extend this game. You had Kim Saw-hyun already out there. Just imagine if I was managing NC where I would have switched the pitcher after he walked No Shiwan, how different the game would be. Would it be a 1-1 game? Would it be a 2-1 game? Vastly, vastly different game if competence was in the dugouts instead of whatever it is there now. So Hanwha leaves 6 runners on. NC was left 8 runners on. Do we have any changes? It looks like we've got a different second baseman. It looks like Ito Yoon is over at second. 너무 감사합니다. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty. Soho Chol steps in. And that's in there for strike. And that's 0-1. Alrighty, here comes the 0-1. Is misses inside 1-1. Thank you, whoever that was. I couldn't see. As that's just catches the outside corner. 1-2. Wow, 14-9, and they still have the bases loaded with nobody out. As that's a swing and a miss, and it's a strikeouts number 2 for Kim Saw Hyun. One away now as that brings up the number 8 hitter. All right, so we have a pinch hitter here. Is I thought they said a pinch hitter. And that catches the inside. 158 on the gun there. Han Suk Hyun steps in. I'll change it if he gets on. If not, there's no point, as here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that misses low, 2-1. Boon Dong-ju getting himself some seeds or something. Nope, getting some powder in his drink. And the 2-1 is popped up, but it's foul. 2-2. Mok Ji-hoon can give 3 of those runs to his coach and tell him to eat them. As the 2-2 is a swing and a miss, and strikeouts number 3 for Kim Saw Hyun. 2 away as they are down to their final outs. All righty, here comes another pinch hitter. 155. Did he go around? He did. I don't know who this is. Kim Tae-gyun, shut up and tell me who the pinch hitter is. As, that is outside. He doesn't go around on that, and it's 1-1. Jung Hyun Chung is pinch hitting here for Chun Jae Hwan. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. Popped foul, and it's 1-2. Here comes he's going to go slider. Is he going to go fastball? Good luck, whichever one it is. As the 1-2 is a swing and a miss. Strikes out 4 in the game. And Hanwha gets the big victory. They win 4-1. So Kim Saw Hyun ends up coming in, having to pitch, having to throw basically extra pitches. Ends up having to throw 18 pitches to get the save as Han Sung-hyuk struggled. Moon Dong-ju, again, coming into this game, I said Hanwha should easily win this game. They did not easily win this game, but they did get the win. Moon Dong-ju, 6 innings, 92 pitches, 61 for strikes, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, no runs. Pak Song-won came in, pitched fantastic in relief, 1 inning, 12 pitches, 8 for strikes, 1 strikeouts. No problem. Thank you, Mert. Han Sung-hyuk, I talked about it whenever he came in. I said, hey, this guy struggles often. And then he got up, his pitch count got up. And like I said, once he hits the 20 pitch mark, man, a switch just flips and he cannot throw strikes. He cannot pitch well. He ended up 27 pitches, walked 3, gave up the 1 run that they have. because of some walks and wild pitches and things like that. NC, their starter, Mokchi Wan or uh, Mokchi Hoon, was not expecting him to pitch well. He pitched fairly well. He ended up giving up 4 runs, but he gave up those 4 runs because their manager. Again, he is at 69 pitches through 5 innings. They had nobody warming up. He's never thrown more than 84 pitches in a game. Uh, he's never thrown a pitch in the 7th inning. The 6th inning. The 6th inning is trouble for a lot of pitchers, especially the young pitchers, because they have to sit for like 15 minutes or so because they have the 5th inning stretch and they were pitching and then the other team up to bat and all of that. They end up sitting for a long time, and it's often very difficult for them to come out and pitch in the 6th inning. But this manager thought it was a good idea to not only bring him out, which is not a problem. I have no problem with him bringing him out. He was only at 69 pitches, but you have to have somebody warming up, uh, because he's now in the 3rd time through the lineup, which a lot of young pitchers struggle with. He's now at 80, is getting close to his season high in pitches. As soon as No Shiwan walked, he should have been pulled, but he left him in. Cheon Sung hits the double uh, that moves runners to second and third, and then everything else. Yeah, but the problem is again, he pitched well. He pitched much better than I thought he was going to pitch. The problem is the manager had nobody warming up in the bullpen to start the 6th inning. He should have had somebody warming up to start the 6th inning. He didn't. The 4 runs are 100% on the manager. Obviously, the solo shot by Cheon Song is obviously on him. But after the walk, he should have been pulled at that point. It's too close of a game. You got a guy that's not used to going deep into games, that has never pitched in the 6th inning, never thrown a pitch in the 6th inning. But yeah, I mean, that was the game, really. That was the game. Hanwha, they left 6 on. Then you ran into the back end of the bullpen for Hanwha. The reason why Hanwha is as good as they are is because they're back into the bullpen. They're Pak Sang-won, Han Sung-hyuk, and Kim So-hyun are just so good at the back end of the bullpen. They all throw harder than any other back end of the bullpen in the league. And because of that, if the starter goes 6, oftentimes you may be lucky to score 1, maybe 2 runs. And that's why Hanwha gets those come from behind victories. That I believe they have twice as many as any other team in the league. So uh, the main thing was good morning, good morning. Yeah, the main thing is the manager doesn't pull the guy in the 6th after he gives up the walk, and they end up scoring 6 runs, 2 of them on wild pitches. So yeah, I mean, that's the difference in the game, is a manager that doesn't know how to control a pitching staff, that thinks the guy that's never thrown in the 6th inning in his entire career is suddenly going to throw 100 pitches in 6 innings. So against the middle of the Hanwha lineup. So yeah. Other than that, I mean, the NC bullpen pitched really well, way better than I thought they would. They're not known for being the best bullpen in the league. Tomorrow's game is going to be a high run scoring game. We'll just put it that. Wang Jun-seo should get the start for Hanwha. It'll be his first start of the season. He has pitched well in the second league. And when I say pitched well, he is leading the second league in ERA, but his ERA is still over 4. So again, that is in the second league. Obviously, not as good as hitters, but the stadiums aren't quite as big either. So NC should start. What is his name? I believe Shin Min Hyuk. He's the only pitcher in the entire league that throws a changeup. Well, he's the only non side armor submariner that throws a changeup more than any other pitch in his arsenal. He's the only one in the league that does. He's been okay. Yeah. So it is Shin Min Hyuk tomorrow, right? It should be Shin Min Hyuk. Yeah, they all throw forkballs. Yeah, but they also they don't. But the thing is they all throw forkballs, but no one throws a split finger. So they qualify a forkball and a split finger as the same, even though they aren't the same. Obviously, the forkball is a little bit deeper than a the split finger because, like, Chirinos doesn't throw a forkball; he throws a split finger. That's why some of them throw their forkball is 12, 14 kilometers an hour different. Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing is like they the classification isn't there. Uh, because some guys are like their forkball is 20 kilometers off of their four seam, and but then you have others that are like 10 kilometers off because some of them are throwing forkballs, some of throwing split fingers. But I know James is one of only three pitchers that features his two seam more than his four seam. He rarely even throws a four seam. But I think James is starting on Thursday, correct? I believe he's starting on Thursday. So, but Hanwha, they get the win. Much needed win as LG is up 14-9 right now. They were up 14-2. Lotte ended up putting 6 runs up in the bottom of the sixth. That game may or may not finish tonight. Hanwha gets the big win. KT also beats Kia, which means Kia is going to drop back down and basically switch spots with KT. And then currently SSG, yeah, SSG is up 5-3 in the top of the ninth against Doosan. Yeah, the Kia pitcher, they keep sending him out there. I just don't think he has it. Uh Yoon Young Chol, the Kia pitcher, his ERA coming into the game was over 11. Again, another not great outing for him. He ended up giving up 3 runs in 4.1 innings. Uh Kia just it really is just a mess right now. Uh, even Yang Hyung Jung isn't even pitching that well. Outside of Nail and Kim Do Hyun, they really haven't gotten quality starting pitching. So looks like Samsung and Kium are tied up. It's 2 in the top of the 10th. So if you're looking for a game to watch, might flip on the Samsung and Kium game. It's in the dome. Unfortunately, you have to look at things that like the dome and they're gray. So, but that's a close game. Again, in the extra innings. That's right, Mary Kate. When the cheerleader left, yeah, the cheerleader left Kia and she went to LG, and now LG is dominating the league, apparently, even with all of their injuries. So, but that'll be it for me today. Tomorrow should be LG versus Lotte. I'll once again, I'll wait for the starting pitching. I believe tomorrow's starting pitching should for LG should be Im Jong Chan versus Nag Yuan. For she did yeah, she moved to Taiwan, but she's also cheering for LG. So Mary Kate has her whole schedule. Yeah, the dome is awful. So it's the only thing it's good for is obviously rainy days and the summer in Korea because the summers are so bad. Oh, the Fubon on the weekends and then during the weeks, she does LG. No, there you go. She's racking up the airline miles, that's for sure. Yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing. Like even even the food choices in that place are awful. There's just like the sight lines are bad. You know, you buy the most expensive seat in the stadium back behind home plate, and you can't see half the stadium. There's no good redeeming quality of that entire stadium besides the fact that you don't have to deal with weather. But that's it for me. Tomorrow I should be doing LG versus Lotte. I'll wait for the pitching matchups. I want to get some decent pitching matchups in my last couple weeks of streaming weekday games. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, until next time.